Hey everyone, this is Jen. I hope everybody's good. Thank you for being here. Welcome if you're new. I'm here with an energy update. Um, it's extremely intense. I'm sure a lot of you are feeling this. There's scary chaos. It's a big fruit salad type of energies. And that goes for everyone and for the twin flames as well. Everybody's affected by this. We are having a full moon tomorrow, I believe, the 28th. I forget what date we are. Um, I do feel those energies. I do feel completely lost these days. Like, I can't remember which day of the week it is, that kind of stuff. So, there's a bunch of symptoms going on at this time, and it's totally normal because we are receiving this huge wave of energy with new codes, new light codes, however way you want to call it. We're receiving new energy, and that is having a direct effect on our consciousness, perceptions, the way we see things, the way we feel things, the way we see people, the way we feel them, and the way we interact with one another. It can go as far as hearing your voice differently. As we go higher into layers of consciousness or spiritual ascension, our bodies change. So, aside from all those symptoms that we're pretty much accustomed to by now, the sleep patterns, the appetite, things do drastically change. Like I said, your voice, or just hearing other people, you may hear them differently. Anything related to the senses is changing at this time. It's very intense, and in my last video, I was talking about bracing ourselves because it's going to be like that for pretty much all summer, and I'm bringing that back to the table because it will be like that this summer. I wrote a blog on my website this weekend on Sunday, I believe, saying it's time to brace ourselves because there is this huge wave coming up of energy. Some people are already in it and feeling it. Others are not. Others may never feel that wave. It depends how far you are on this journey. Not necessarily how awakened you are, even though it's kind of related, but how you perceive yourself and how hard you've been working at this in the past. And in my blog, I did mention that if you thought you had been doing, guess again, because the work is not done. And what's coming up is like we've never seen before or been through before. Just know that it is absolutely necessary for the higher good of everyone on this planet. What's going on right now is a beautiful thing. It's a blessing in disguise, even though it doesn't feel like it. Perhaps at this time you are having tower moments after tower moments, meaning having things being taken away from you. Just surrender to this process, especially if you're at the beginning of your spiritual path. Surrender to this process. It is for your higher good. Highest good. It is to make space to bring new things in your life and things that you never thought could be possible for you at this time or in this lifetime. If only you surrender to it and allow yourself to receive, you're going to receive things beyond what you imagine. And that's the manifestation powers that we all have in us. We're able to manifest what we want. It's only a matter of not resisting. This wave of energy, talking about resistance, this wave of energy will take away resistance. There will be no possibility of resisting anymore. People who have been on a spiritual path for a long time, and mind you, I'm saying this with the air quotes. Some people have been on a path saying that they are spiritual, saying that they are doing the spiritual ascension, but have not been doing that much. Just, like the Leo King was saying in this Facebook Live that I saw this week, he was saying, not because you're wearing the yoga pants that you're a spiritual person. That's exactly what I'm talking about. For people who have been on this path for a long time and clearing and opening up doors for other people, think about these pioneers that were there before. They are tired. They are waiting for their turn. They are waiting for the masses to wake up. They are waiting for the people to wake up because these people are suffering inside. A lot of them are suffering inside because they feel like the world is not ready for that kind of love. They feel like the world is not ready to open their eyes. We are there. We are there now. These pioneers, these first wavers have been doing all this work, carrying a load on their shoulders, doing it out of the kindness of their heart, in unconditional love for their peers, their friends, and their family, and for the people they don't even know, just knowing that it was for the highest good of everyone. Now, the scales are going to tip a little bit and the pressure will be taken off these people for some time. I don't know how long, that's not the point, but it will be taken off. And it's other people's turn to keep on doing the work and to keep on opening doors and paths for other people. And it's a beautiful thing. It means that things are moving forward, which is great. So lately, we've been receiving so many new information, so many new downloads, so many new codes, especially in dreams. A lot of people have been having crazy dreams or clear messages. Just know this, if you've had crazy dreams, do not disregard it just yet. Do not put it aside just yet. I know for myself, I received a lot of information in dreams, but it was through multiple layers. It was impossible to see the entire meaning in all one session of looking at this dream. It's still coming. The information is still coming. For example, if I take a dream that I had 2-3 weeks ago, that I had a clear message that was easy to understand as I woke up that morning, I'm still receiving messages from that dream. That's because I was receiving a major download that night. And it's very possible that you're going through the same thing at this time. So do not rush it. Do not put pressure on knowing the entire message right away. Take your time with this. Play with it. Learn to embrace it. And just know that the message will come when it's ready to come to you and to be understood. There's a reason that you don't know it right away. So the many layers also applies to the energy that are happening right now. It's in many, many layers. This weekend, we had major downloads, major DNA upgrades in layers, because if it happens all at once, it's kind of stressful and traumatic. It could be anyhow. It could be very annoying, none the least. So it's in layers, and that's going to be spread out throughout the entire summer. So the energies to embrace and the behaviors to embrace are absolutely forgiveness. It's really a time to move on and move forward to the next level. So forgive. It's time to forgive whatever happened in the past. If you don't forgive, you are creating your own blockages, therefore blockages in your twin flame connection if you are a twin flame. So if you don't forgive, there is no way you could be sitting around complaining about your twin. You need to forgive. There is only one life. We only have one life to live. There is no reason to be carrying grudges or hate or negative emotions towards other people and their actions. Forgiveness is not always easy to give. I do get that. I did in the past had to forgive major things that happened to me. For some things, it took me months, others, it took me years to forgive. The important thing is to forgive and move on, let go. Forgive and forget. Nothing about forgive and never forget. That's not true forgiveness. And when you don't forgive, it's like drinking poison and hoping the other person dies. It doesn't work. True forgiveness is for yourself, to set yourself free, even though this person hurt you, even though the situation hurt you. There is no valuable reason to keep those energies in your field. It will only create blockages. So I know it takes time. So surrendering to the process of forgiveness is something that needs to be done. Surrendering to the process of accepting that the situation happened and trying to see what's the lesson, trying to see what you learned from it, trying to see what it is bringing you. There's always a positive behind it. So trying to see the other side of the story, the other face of the coin, trying to see how it was meant to happen, if that can help you, or why it happened, but not with your ego, with your heart, knowing that it brought you something to either make you stronger, more resilient, more persistent, more loving, perhaps. The whole point is to be more loving. So if you work towards that, even though you're not seeing it clearly, if you have that in your intention, in your heart, you will get there. But if you keep it and you resist in your mind and in your ego, there is no way you're going to get there. There is no way the forgiveness will happen. It will always hurt you. It will always bring you back to those negative emotions. If you don't see it and you don't know how, just hold the intention that you forgive. Not I need to or I want to forgive. I forgive. I am forgiving this person. Whenever you say I am, you are calling on or upon that intelligence, that mystical side that we have to ourselves, and you basically decree that God is in you, that the universe is in you to work through you as a channel or a conduit. Therefore, it's a very important key to manifestation. So when you're blocked and you cannot see past it, say affirmations. I am, but not from your mind, not being stressed and saying them very quickly or fast, because that's not going to work. You need to be calm. You need to take a few deep breaths, connect with your heart, and start decreeing and using I am affirmations to help you move past the situation. As far as twin flames go, a lot of twins are set to come in union this summer and the months after, all year round for that matter, but there's this huge wave of energy that will clear out so many things. It will help twins come together in union. And others won't come in union because of all the blockages that are still present in their energy field. If you are set to come in union, you resonate with that, you feel it. And it's a very calm and peaceful feeling that you have inside of you. It's not something exciting, or it is exciting, but it doesn't make you excited. You're just calm. And to be still, to just wait for the signs, to be guided, and to follow your guidance. That's what the union process feels like or is about. So be careful if you do watch a lot of readings, cards reading. Not that I have something against them. Some channels are really, really good. Others, not so good. So just be careful. Do not take, be careful what you take in as truth. And be sure to clear out those blockages as best as you can. Reach out to someone if you need help. Reach out and get the help and work on it and let it go and forgive. That's the only way you will set yourself free. Therefore, make yourself available for your twin to either find you or to come in union with you. As far as the divine masculine, a lot of them have been clearing a lot of heart clearing, heart chakra activation, and third eye activation. So a lot of divine masculine are receiving their gifts, their psychic abilities, their gifts of either being a clairvoyant or their psychic gifts. They are going through this next layer. For those who are still in karmic relationship, a lot of that will be over this summer or start the ending process. So allow this to happen. Just allow it without interference. If in your mind all day long you think about your twin and you think about when is he going to leave, when is she going to leave, know that that's kind of putting pressure on an energy level into your union, therefore creating a blockage. So be careful with that. If you're that kind of person, try to keep your thoughts clean and send love to your twin and support, because they do need support. This is hard stuff. And I was careful not to say shit. It's hard shit. So send support. And I know it's hard sometimes not to get mad, not to get angry, and not to think, what is he doing? Get it out. Hopefully you have a good friend or someone to talk to or write to get all this stuff out so that you don't carry it with you all day long and create blockages. Just get it out and then move on and send love and support to your twin. If your twin is not in a karmic relationship, perhaps it is a karmic partnership with work or with a client or something karmic involving a situation or someone else. That too is hard to end. And especially when we need to find, but what am I going to do next? That phase where we're lost and we don't know. It's hard to deal with. And some women have it like more easy on that level of accepting being lost and not knowing because they released control. But a lot of males still have control issues, therefore it's harder on them. And mind you, I'm talking male, female, but it really doesn't matter because we're all human beings, and some females are very controlling and they have those issues. So if at this point your twin is having to deal with karma, just send them support and clarity. Ask for them that they have their clarity and that they can follow their guidance. Trust me, they will. Even if they're very hard-headed, life, the universe, God, or source will manage to make them understand, will manage to put them into a situation where they have no choice but to see it, stop denying it, and see the truth and align with it. And don't be mad at your twins if they are in that kind of situation. They are working extremely hard and taking every possible steps to move out of this. Just be in compassion, show some empathy, understanding, and unconditional love. Even if you're not speaking to them, just having the intention or thinking about it or sending it energetically is good enough. Treat them as you would like to be treated yourself. If the roles were reversed, how would you like to be treated? We've all been guilty of being mad at our twins, and it's normal. We're human beings. And when we don't see the bigger picture, sometimes it's hard to accept someone else's behaviors. But we have to move on. And this summer is the perfect opportunity for a clean slate to forgive. And it needs to start with you. If you're not in contact with your twin and you haven't forgiven, there is no way that this communication can be healed or that this separation can be healed. A lot of people are working on that right now, and it's extremely important to just forgive. I know I seem like I keep on repeating myself, but that's the truth. As you forgive, you release that old energy, therefore you reveal another layer of your authentic self. And this summer is also a great opportunity and the best opportunity to speak our truth very, very loud and stand together to help other people. Stand together to fight, even though I don't want to use that word, but to support what some people will call the global mission, which is to embody love, play well with one another, learn to embrace one another, and just learn to play well, learn to get along in harmony. If you don't have harmony within you, you cannot have it outside of you. As a matter of fact, the opposite will happen. If you're in this harmony inside yourself, you're going to get this harmony in your life. When you're in line and in harmony with your true identity and your true authentic self, that's what life is going to reflect back to you through your interactions, your friends, your clients, your colleagues, through people you meet on the street. You will see people will start being nice to you. They will be drawn to you, attracted to speak with you because they will just feel that vibe that's out of your field. And it's awesome. It's awesome. So this is how we need to be as human beings. And this summer, it's going to be a huge clean out and clear out of those energies preventing us from being in that state of harmony. It's coming. The Divine Masculine have been having a heart chakra clearing and opening, and everyone has been going through a third eye activation, another layer. Even though you were already clairvoyant or a psychic, you're right now receiving new codes that is expanding your third eye. Ain't that amazing? Telepathy is huge as well. Almost direct, like a few seconds for some people. You know, thinking about someone, just thinking a random thing like, she didn't call me back, or he did not call me back. And then boom, you receive an email from that person or a phone call. Or you think about something, oh, I forgot to tell her this, or I forgot to tell him this. And then that same person calls you and talks to you about this thing you forgot to tell them. It's crazy. We all have that within ourselves. We're all able to use telepathy to communicate with one another. It's all about learning the language of energy, learning how our body works, learning how our brain and our heart work. So, beautiful expansions ahead. Perhaps you're already feeling this and you're like, wow, this is so amazing. I can't believe it. And it comes with feeling lighter, physically lighter, feeling like you walk and you have more swag or more rhythm. If you're a dancer, you feel like it's easier to dance, or you're able to do new moves that you weren't able to do before. If you do any kind of other artistic activities like writing or painting, you're going to see a change in that aspect as well. And that's all related to consciousness. Earlier at the beginning of the video, I was talking about the blog I wrote this weekend on my website. And in this blog, I was talking about telomeres. Telomeres are awesome, and it's been known for a long time, but it hasn't been mainstream knowledge. Telomeres are the end of each chromosome that we have. Therefore, it's part of our DNA. And the telomeres, they act as small antennas in our cells, and they pick up information from our environment. So therefore, they pick up information from the field, they pick up information from our twin, from our neighbors, from anybody who's in contact with us, far or close. It doesn't matter how far they are. Our telomeres are able to pick up on that. So to me, that's the actual proof, and it's been scientifically proven. You can look it up. A lot of scientists have been working on this, but if you look up Bruce Lipton, he talks about the telomeres very often, and he has a very great way of explaining who we are. We're antennas, basically, a channel, and we play a show, and he calls it, I play the Bruce Lipton show. So basically, we receive the information from our environment. So those programs, when we talk about those programs that we need to undo and clear and heal, that's where they come from. We are programmed from our environment, and therefore it creates blockages in our true authentic self. In us as human beings, our role is to undo these programs to reveal our true self. There's no right way for everyone. There are many ways. Some people will do energy work. Some people will use hypnosis. Some people will use sports. Some people will use art. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you feel those programs leaving yourself. So basically what Bruce Lipton is saying is that the telomeres, they're antennas, and they pick up from our environment, the field, and the twin flames. He doesn't talk about the twin flames, but to me, it's the proof that the twin flames really do exist. Because I know some people are like, did I imagine this? Am I making this up? Am I really a twin flame? Because it feels unreal. And well, if you think about that, and if you do a little bit of research, you'll realize that it all makes sense. And you've probably had a lot of clues during your childhood about being a twin without knowing the exact term twin flames. I didn't know the term twin flames before meeting my twin. I didn't know. But when I met him, it was clear. It was like, wow, this dude is like my mirror. He talks and I feel like it's coming out of me. That's crazy. So if you're a true twin flame, you've probably had so many clues before learning about twins or meeting your twin that to you, you know, you're convinced. But you might be in that phase where you haven't had contact with your twin for a while and it's hard. My message to you is a message of support, and just keep going at it. Just push through as best as you can. Cry, punch in a pillow, punch your mattress, go run, go break some plates. I know there's some places for that, you know, it's very therapeutic. Do whatever you need to do to push through and keep at it. This summer, all light workers, and even though that's just a label, Some people are light workers and they don't even know about it because they're not that much into spirituality, and that's okay. But all awakened people, all pure people are called to stand together and to embody love in an unconditional way for everybody who's about to awaken. And that's gonna that's gonna create a little bit more chaos. So we need to be ready. And the more we are, the better it is. So this summer, it's really important that we stay in balance and stay together and help each other out and not create any more karma. And if someone does create karma with you, forgive and forget, move on. It becomes their karma. Doesn't matter if they don't forgive you, doesn't matter if they don't speak to you, forgive, forget, move on. Move on, just leave it in the past. It doesn't matter. Focus on who you want to be 3 to 6 months from now. This is where it's happening. So if you keep those blockages inside of you, you are creating your reality for the following months. 3 to 6 months from now. This is what's happening now. So if you are working hard on clearing and you're in that state of mind of being just focused and whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. Kind of like an athlete before a big competition or at the circus. Those wonderful people, when they do crazy stuff, if you look at their faces and how focused they are, that's how we need to be this summer. For ourselves and for everyone. That's the only way things are going to be easier. So just be focused and brace yourself. Be careful how you spend your energy. Be careful where you spend your energy and with whom. Don't be around people that you are not feeling good with. I was talking about the telomeres. You know how you're standing next to someone, either someone you know or that you don't know, in the bus or at the store, or someone from your family, and you suddenly get nervous? Well, you're picking up on their energy. So we need to stay calm and just in balance and slow down. And I'm saying this summer, but it might be winter where you are. So it doesn't matter what season it is. I'm talking about the month of July, August. Major changes are coming. A lot of eye-opening experiences for a lot of people, for the twin flames and the non-twin flames and the people who are just people, regular people. A lot of eye-opening experiences, and especially for those who are resisting, unfortunately, a lot of hardships ahead because there is no more time. I've been saying this for many months. There is no more time for this. There is no more time for resistance. No more time for not being authentic and wearing masks. That's done. We all need to be accountable for who we are, our actions, knowing that there's a snowball effect. If I'm in a bad mood one morning and I blow up on someone, they may take that to their child when they get home at night. That's not cool. So if you blow up, because it can happen, we're not perfect. If you blow up, make sure you clear that karma right away so that the snowball effect doesn't go any further. That's what the month of June, July, and August are for. Clear all this out and just be you, the real you. I think that's it. So on that, if you would like to book a reading with me, you can do so on my Facebook page at Indigo Girls Readings or using my email, indigogirl555@gmail.com. Thank you so much for being here and listening. Happy summer to everyone, or winter, depending where you are. Hold tight for the upcoming months. Be strong and be in balance, and something really great and beautiful is waiting for us at the end, around the end of August, going through September, and to manifest whatever is ahead for each and every one of us. So thank you so very much for listening and being here. Take care.